I retired and felt completely lost. Here's what no one told me. I used to think retirement was the ultimate reward, a grand exit, a gold watch, peace, freedom, no alarms, no deadlines, just open mornings and long coffee breaks. But no one told me about the silence. No one prepared me for the stillness. You see, this isn't a story about dying. It's a story about drifting, about feeling untethered in a life that suddenly has no anchors. And if you've ever sat in your kitchen at 10 a.m. with nowhere to go, no one expecting you, and nothing urgent to do, you'll understand. Let me tell you what really happened after I retired. My last day of work felt like graduating. There were balloons, a cake, a framed plaque with my name. People clapped, some cried. I smiled and nodded and told everyone I was going to relax. They said, "Enjoy it. You've earned it." And I believed them. The first few weeks were bliss. I slept in. I binged old westerns and British detective shows. I cleaned the garage twice. My wife and I took a short trip to the coast. I grilled steaks on Wednesdays. I finally read that thick novel that sat untouched on my shelf for 7 years. I wasn't just happy. I was content. But contentment, I learned, is a quiet visitor. It doesn't stay long if there's no reason to keep the lights on. Something shifted around week 6. The novelty wore off. I started waking up earlier, not because I wanted to, but because I had nothing to sleep for. Breakfast became a chore, so did getting dressed. I noticed I was watching more news and getting more irritated by it. I walked into rooms and forgot why. I stood in front of the fridge not knowing if I was hungry or just bored. Time stretched, days blurred. No one needed me. No one called. The mailbox was just ads. I went from a man with purpose to a man with plans, but no meaning. And that does something to your mind. It creeps in quietly. The feeling that you're done. I didn't say it aloud, of course. We don't talk about that. Men, especially, we just say, "I'm fine." We mow the lawn and hope the ache goes away. One morning, I sat in the living room with the window open. It was sunny. Birds were chirping. But it felt gray inside. My wife had gone to meet friends. I was alone. I made a cup of tea and sat down. And then I just started crying, not loudly, not dramatically, just quietly, like a faucet had been dripping for years and finally let go. I wasn't sad about anything in particular. I was just empty. That was the moment I knew. Retirement hadn't freed me. It had unmoored me. I wrote in my journal that day, "I don't miss the meetings. I miss the meaning." I knew I couldn't keep drifting. So I asked myself a hard question. What made me feel alive before? Not work, not the title, but the feeling of helping, creating, belonging. So I made a plan, not a big one, just small things. I joined a walking group, volunteered one afternoon a week at the library. I called my old friend Jim, hadn't talked to him in 12 years. He picked up and we laughed like no time had passed. I bought a notebook and wrote down 3 things every night. Something I did, someone I talked to, something I'm curious about tomorrow. Purpose doesn't always look like it used to. Sometimes it's tiny, invisible, but it counts. If you're watching this and feeling what I felt, let me tell you something I've learned. Retirement isn't a destination, it's a transition. You're not done, you're different. The world still needs you, but maybe in new ways. Your story isn't over, it's just changing chapters. You have time, and time is a gift if you know how to unwrap it. Here's what helped me. 1. Make structure your friend. Even a soft schedule gives shape to your days. 2. Create, don't just consume. Write, garden, fix something, share. 3. Move your body. A 20-minute walk can change your whole outlook. 4. Reconnect. Text that old friend. Call your sibling. Say yes to coffee. 5. Stay curious. Ask questions. Learn something new. Age doesn't kill curiosity, neglect does. You don't need to be anyone else. You just need to be you, on purpose. If you felt anything during this video, tell me in the comments. What has retirement been like for you? Are you feeling the weight of silence too? This is a safe space. And if no one's told you this lately, you're not invisible. You're not done. You're not alone. I'm glad you're here. Let's keep going. Together.